Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls. I hope you're able to get out in nature somewhere, either out in the woods somewhere for a beautiful hike, or a bike path, or a park. I left it all wide open for you. And some of you, I understand that might not be able to get out absolutely at all, you know, so I am sorry to hear that if you're one of those people out there, guy or girl, because I do understand. But you know what? There are some people that I've seen that has struggled to go take a walk, and I gave him a big, friendly yes, but he was out there doing it. He had two crutches with him or something like that with him, and he had some problems with his legs, and that man made it, like a long distance, which now that I think about it, maybe I can talk to the park people and say, could you possibly put a bench right here? Because that man did make it a long way, and he might have had a really hard struggle making it back to his car, and there was no place for him to really sit where he was, so you definitely, if you do have problems like that, you do have to really be careful that you don't go further than, because you're going to have to go down and you got to come back, to get to your car. So that guy did go a long distance the way he was, and it probably took him a long time to get there, and there was no place for him to sit, So if you have legs and they work, you have no excuse, unless you're somebody that can't go out by yourself, because I do know there's beautiful people. I have a big, huge heart for these people. I did want to say something, but then I realized it's a secret. I can't tell you, so I have to be quiet about that. But anyway, I see some beautiful people. They have special needs, and I used to take care of people like that when I was younger at Lexington, in the area that I used to live. So Starlight has a huge heart for handicapped people. I really do. I had a sister that was handicapped, blind and handicapped. So I do. I have a huge heart for everyone, kids, teenagers, people with special needs, even elderly people, and you. So anyway, I do. I have so much love flowing out of me, I got a lot of love. So anyway, and I love all of you, so I don't want you to feel left out. In my area, it's been beautiful week. Beautiful. I know we could definitely use some rain. We definitely need rain in my area. We do. I do want to do something in the rain. And boy, I wish there was some kids. You want to go out and do this with Starlight? I am like goofy. I got a lot of kid in me. Is what I want to do in my area is I have a yoga mat, and I want to actually be outside on a really sunny day, and when it starts to rain, I just want to lay out on that yoga mat and just let it hit me. Just close my eyes, or even lay on my back and just give me a good massage in the back area. I could, you know anybody that could give Starlight a nice massage head to toe? She needs one. I do. I wake up lately with my back aching. But it's because I'm doing these exercises for yoga. I gotta do some stretching. But anyway, if you want to join me for yoga, hey, you can. Like I just put in the video before this, I'm gonna really jump in. I'm gonna be meeting people in my area this is New York area where I am, and Delmar is a beautiful town, and they got a beautiful park, so I will be starting groups there. I already got a guy already. I didn't check it right now on Facebook to see if there's any more, But so far, I have at least one person that said he's going, and he will be meeting me at that park, and this is going to be in the Elm Avenue Park in Del Mar, New York area. So if you are in this area and you would love to meet me and learn about different things that I want to start like from the ground, have a good foundation. All the things that I've been learning for years, I want to start where I'm just going to kind of wing this. Really, I am taking a dive on this is to reach people in my area to help them out that could be struggling through things, things that I've already gone through and things that I'm still working on today, where, I want to give of myself, and that's what I'm doing. If you are interested in that, you can check it out on Facebook. And if you're in a different area, though, I don't know how that works on your Facebook, but on the events, like I said, it's going to be in the Del Mar, New York area. And the title of my event is to be the change that you want to see in the world, and it's going to have Starlight on the top. So, like I said, I'm all excited. I know I got some studying to do, and so I'm looking forward to that. And if you are in my area, I would love to meet you. And I'm looking for help in my area to help me with this too. I would like to get connected with other people in the community, where we can help, be a part of each other and help each other to help other people, to be a team, So anyway, I just want to throw this out really quick. And before I start this video, you can, if you are new, you can find me at YouTube at Starlight, and that's Kathy with a K Dingman. And you can give this video a thumbs up, you can share it, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, you can leave a message down below. Don't forget the notification bell. Also, if you want to leave me a message, best place is at Instagram. It doesn't cost anything to get Instagram. You don't have to have it. I don't like stuff on my phone. If you have a computer, you can actually have that on your computer like I do. I don't like doing stuff on my phone. The print is so small. I don't want to zoom it in. It's just, I don't like stuff on my phone like that. It's just too, I can't really see good with my eyes. I would always have to have my glasses on to see any of that small print. And it takes me a long time to do any of that stuff, so I do not like that on my phone. So you can find me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that's Kathy with a K Dingman, Starlight. So anyway, today is, I kind of just thought of this at the last minute today. I already knew what the other video was going to be about, but here's my second video for tonight is, what doesn't kill you makes you stranger. I got that from my daughter, and she got it from, I think, Batman, and I did like a lot of the Batman stuff, but I didn't watch that particular, I think the Joker is what she was telling me, and, and the Joker and I tell you, I think he would be my buddy, or I don't really know the Joker very well, I'm just kidding, but, just a quick, I'm not going to tell you my whole life story, but my life has been hell, there's no way of beating around the bush on that. So anyway, if you're a type of person that, you're like, wow, what the heck is going on in my life, and I'm saying my life has totally improved since, it's been a hard battle. I'm not going to say it's been easy, and that's what the whole thing of this video is, and they have, I just was listening to that song today, is what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So that's how I came up with this video today. I was like, yeah, I've been wanting to do that for a while. What doesn't kill you make you stronger? But really, it does make you stranger too. I'm into aliens and UFOs. I mean, how strange is that when your kids know you as a, oh, my mom's into aliens and UFOs. I got gifts, I just received another gift because I'm into aliens and UFOs. And like I said in the other video, if you ever want to send Starlight UFO stuff, I love UFO stuff and alien stuff. I'm an alien. So anyway, maybe you have gone through hell, and no matter how hard you fight, no matter how hard you work on yourself, just things, you get up so high, and then you climb back up, you get up so high, and can any of you actually relate to that? I have to ask you, I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out where is that light. I'm wondering, it's got to be my light here. Anyway, I don't know if I should take that down. Hang on, I gotta just see what light that is. I hope it's not too dark. Oh no, I gotta put it back on because it's not bright enough now. I have 3 lights in front of me, so I don't know why that's doing that right now. But anyway, so, have you had, this could even be before you were born, through your childhood, through your teenager years, through 20 to 30 to, 30 to 40, and you're like, what the heck, no matter, you're just beating your head against the wall, where they have the bullseye thing, you're like, do you get a break, kind of thing. I don't know, have you gone through that where no matter how hard, you try, no matter what you do, no matter what you work on, it just seems like, it's like, I get so high, and right when I think, everything's going great, and I know what that's like. So, and they do say that it makes you stronger, and I have to say, there's times in my past that when I was going through some stuff, I'm trying not to swear because I do want these kids to get these videos, I know it happened in 2000. That's when I was way up, finally, all the way from, I'm not going to tell you when I was born, but all the way from before I was born, all the way up until 2000, I was up here. I really was doing great. I was really up here. I felt like I was happy. I was going to church. I was reaching a lot of kids in my church, like 50 kids, and we had a summer vacation Bible school thing for the kids. And who brought all the kids? Starlight did, all by herself. No help from anybody else, And so I did. I was like, wow, I just couldn't believe it, I didn't even count how many, I ended up winning through this thing at my old church. I don't go to church anymore. Is that I ended up getting a free meal to go out to dinner somewhere. I don't know how that worked out, but I don't know who I must have gone by myself. Single a lot, So I did. They ended up giving me a free meal because I brought the most kids to this vacation Bible school. I volunteered, I was even trying, I didn't know that they were even going to do anything. It was so funny, when the church announced that, yeah, we got somebody here that brought this many kids, I'm like, I wonder who brought that many kids here. It was so funny, find out it was me. True story, I don't make up stuff, I don't even know how to make up stuff, so maybe when I was a kid, so yeah, anyway, so I was really happy with my life, thinking that everything was going great, and but I was still single. I wasn't married yet, even though I had kids, and it is something how, and it's like a friend of mine told me this, is that, is when you do get up like this, it's like the devil comes and and that's exactly what happened. Well, that is not the end of the world. And I know it is hard, and I'm trying so hard not to swear, is that, when you're going through some bad times like that, or maybe you're having relationship problems, or maybe you lost your car. I mean, like your car broke down, you lost your job. What else can happen? Sometimes, like, and I'm not laughing at this, but sometimes you might, like somebody that you love might pass away. What else could happen? Maybe you got evicted from your apartment because you couldn't pay the rent. Um, you know, um, Maybe it's Christmas time and you don't have any money to give to your kids. Maybe you don't have a car. Maybe you don't have a job. Um, where like all the angles, every which way, like stuff just doesn't go easy for you. Maybe because you didn't have a good childhood, and you weren't taught how to do all this stuff, like all kinds of stuff could happen to you, and sometimes some people go through stuff, and it's not their fault that they went through it. Is maybe they've gone through so much abuse that that they are drained inside from it, and they're carrying a whole, like a big, huge bag. Have you ever seen those people that go camping? They got this huge, big bag and a blanket. Oh, like you're carrying that everywhere with you, and you're wondering what the heck is going on. Like, how come this is so hard? But look at all the stuff you're carrying behind you. And I've heard people tell me this. I don't know how many times in my life. Some people I actually did open up to when I was younger because I was screaming for help, saying help, but I really couldn't find anybody. So, where I would tell them some stories that happened to me, and then I realized that a lot of people really didn't care anyway. Even if you told stories that really truly happened, you weren't making any of it up. Is that and then some people would say, "Oh, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger." Well, I'll tell you what, that's a hard pill to swallow when you're going through stuff. And I like saying certain swear words, but I'm trying to cut that out. So it is really hard when you are going through the stuff, and it's easy for me. Like if you're going through stuff, right, and everything's going hunky-dory for me right now, and I tell you, what doesn't kill you make you stronger. Doesn't it suck when you're the one that's going through the stuff? And this does happen with people. It's easy, for people to give advice sometimes when they're flying around and everything's going great, money's flowing and all that stuff, and they're just, they get so much love and abundance, and you're like, I'm going through some stuff right now, and and then they tell you, like, oh, what doesn't kill you make you stronger. You're like, well, that's easy for, you're up there floating around and flying, where you feel like you're down here. But, please, I know it is tough, going through that. Really, I have been there. Believe me, if somebody has been there, I have been there. And that's why I wanted to start this YouTube channel, is because I have learned a lot of stuff in life. Is, what doesn't kill you does make you stronger, and it does make you stranger, and that is definitely true there. It does make you stranger. Because if you've ever checked any of my videos, like my spiritual awakening, yeah, it does make you stranger. If somebody, some people might have watched what my spiritual awakening was and thought, what the heck was wrong with that chick? What kind of drugs was she on? Really? What drug was I on? Marijuana? It wasn't really the marijuana. I was waking up. I was waking up to reality of what reality really is. And that is why you might be going through problems, is because if you don't have the right kind of information, if you don't believe in the right kind of stuff, it is going to trip you up big time. So what do you believe and what you know? If you don't know certain things, say if you're not really into reading, like me, I don't really read a lot, so I'm putting myself out here, but I do like to read. But if I don't get interested first thing when I read something, or if they use big, huge words and I'm always having to look on my phone to find out what that word means, sometimes I do that and I still don't know what the word means, then I get like frustrated with the book because it's like they didn't break it down enough for everybody to actually understand that book. And some of you might say, well, you should have an education. Well, guess what? I had 2 kids to raise, and I was on my own at 16, So, and not everybody has a family that, like has an education. My family did not have an education. Absolutely not. I love my mom, but really, if she got tested right now and went to school to get tested to see where she is, she probably stands about 3rd grade level right now. So how much help do you think, how much education do you think her kids were going to get? My dad couldn't see. So how much help do you think I would have gotten from my dad if he can't see? So anyway, I'm just reaching out to some of those people out there that might be saying those kind of things. Not all of you would even say that because you have understanding. Not everybody has understanding. So really, if you are going through life and you are struggling, and like you're always working on yourself. That's the whole thing. Is you're always working on yourself, trying to better yourself, and no matter how the bad habits you stop. Getting away from the like sometimes though there are people that could be tripping you up, and there's things about that you're doing that you're not even aware of. If you, like I said, if you do not know certain things, like I have gone to church, so I learned a lot. I learned the good, bad, and ugly when I went to church. So I got to learn a lot about the Bible. But you might be, I don't believe in the Bible. I don't believe in God. Well, then you're missing out on a lot of information, because this is the matrix. They go by the Bible. They use that Bible. That's a part of, like if this was a game, that's part of the game, is the Bible. They're going to use that Bible. That's a part of this matrix, is, God. There's certain things that are in play. This is not a reality like you think. They did have a, really, you ought to check these out on, I don't remember a lot of things, but I got to hurry up and say this before I forget, is on Netflix. They have, it is really cool. I wish I made more. I would actually, I would love to watch more of them. Black Mirror, I believe it's called. They got some tripping stuff out there. Make your mind. I love stuff like that. I really get into that. But there is this one short video or movie or whatever they call them. Is there was one that was the way Facebook is. That was really cool, and I forget the title of that one. But Black Mirror is, I believe, the name of this. They got little movies with interesting stories, and I think I told my son about these, and they were really interesting. But there's one I think is called White Christmas, I believe. I hope. But you ought to check that out. So they do have interesting things on there. I didn't like all of them, but most of them I did. I really got into it. So I love strange, weird stuff, that makes you think. And those did make me think. But really, like this, like they say, this is not really the reality that you think it is. Like you're kind of stuck in a virtual reality. This is no different. Whoops, I can't even. If you were in a virtual reality game, you'd be able to do this. That's the probably, I wonder, drinking water, tasting water, there's some things I'm still trying to figure out, like the wind blowing, in a virtual reality game. Because I did ask a guy, he actually played a virtual reality game. I met him in this park out here. Beautiful guy. I don't know, I lost track of him somehow or another. So anyway, I had a great connection with him. He is on my Facebook. I don't even know if he watches any videos, but anyway, he did tell me that he did play a virtual reality game, and I said, I got a question. Can you feel things, because that's what, I knew this a long time ago, that this was all an illusion, and I just couldn't wrap my mind around it. Like, for years I tried to figure this out, like on my own, try to figure out this is an illusion, this is, and then finally one day it hit me. I'm like, oh, okay. So we're like, in a virtual reality game, and then they got the other Facebook metaverse out there. You do not want to go and play the metaverse, please, because that's a trap, so yeah, they have a lot of other movies warning us and telling us about this, but a lot of people just think, oh, that was an interesting movie, But a lot of movies have been made, like to let you know what our future, is going to be like. They actually had, I don't know if you ever grew up with these, the Jetsons. They had like, who would have ever thought, the kind of machines that they have now. We got machines like that, like somebody mentioned not too long ago about like Star Trek, which I thought that a long time ago, like cell phones and stuff and all this different kind of stuff. So they have the technology so way ahead of us. And so we're like really, really behind on the technology. I knew that a long time ago. And so really, if you're believing in the wrong stuff, you are going to have issues, so you really want to know what is the right, the right stuff to believe, like in the, what is real and what's not, do you question anything? You've got to question something, so if you have gone through hell in your life, and if you don't figure this out, you're going to continue to go through that same thing because you don't have the right pieces, it's like a puzzle. If I love, give me some puzzles. You want to send some puzzles to Starlight? I got a mind for some mind puzzling stuff. I do. They did have that show of the survivors, and that's people living out like out in the woods somewhere. But they always had a game at the end that they had a. I love that thing. I watched every single one of them. I'm like, oh, I want to be there. I want to live out there, and I want to do those games at the end of Survivors. Loved it. I got a mind for that stuff. I was in my apartment watching all those Survivor stuff, and I'm like, do this, do this. I was like telling them what to do, and I'm like, oh, I just want to be there to play those games, those mind games. So, if you had a puzzle, and it's a beautiful scenery, like I wanted to buy one recently, but I'm picky. I want a beautiful UFO puzzle, or it had to be a certain way, but I did find one that I really did like. I just forgot to buy it, so, or it could, but, if I ordered that puzzle and it came in the mail, and I opened it up and start putting the puzzle together. Like normally I would do the edge first. I did this in the hospital. I got some videos to make. I'm backflashing here. They actually, yeah, I can't even tell you that story right now. I'm trying to control myself here. So yeah, you have a puzzle, and oh, you know what? Actually, you go and buy one at a yard sale. You went and bought a puzzle at the yard sale, but the puzzle box is open, and you open it up, and you're like, yeah, it looks pretty good, and you're not sure if all the pieces are there, but you want that puzzle, so you buy it and bring it home. Anyway, now you got this big table, and you got like a poster board, where you put the puzzle on there, because you might need to move it and shift it around like I do, so you get all the pieces. I always do the border first, and then you start, doing the easiest colors or whatever, depending on what the picture or the puzzle is. You try to figure out the easy stuff first, or however the picture is, however you do puzzles. So I would always look for all the flat pieces, all the corner pieces, and all that first. And then I would start working. Sometimes I might work in the center, if there's people in it, start putting their faces together, animals, whatever, buildings, try to do all that, clouds and all of that, whatever. And then you're having a hard time. And you didn't even get the edge. You didn't even get the border. And it's like, where's all the pieces? You went and sorted out all the puzzles all over again, had them all flipped over on the top so you could see all the, that's what I do. They're all face up. And so you go through, sort out all the pieces, bring all the pieces over here that you looked at and all the ones that you didn't over here. You have different piles set up. And you're like, like the puzzle, the side pieces or where's the corner piece? And sometimes the puzzle pieces are really odd shaped these days compared to what they had a long time ago. So, but you're determined, like to put this puzzle together, but you can't seem to put it together because you cannot find the pieces. Well, that's how your life is going to be. If you don't have all, the right answers, if you're believing in the wrong stuff, maybe you were lied to when you were a kid, maybe your parents were lied to, and that's all they knew. Because they were programmed to believe that way by their parents or by the government or by the school, and now they're passing down that information to you, and that's what now you're programmed to believe because, hey, my mom and dad told me this, or your grandpa or whoever, somebody told you all that information that you got in your, whatever your belief system is like, so your whole life you're believing that's how it is. There's no God, there's no this, there's that, whatever you were told, because not everybody believes that there's a God. Not everybody believes there's a heaven. Not everybody believes there's a hell. Not everybody believes in the Bible. Some people believe it's corrupt. Other people think it's not. So what do you believe? Because if you don't believe in the right things, then how are you going to put your puzzle together? Because that's what I had to do. I had to put pieces together of my past and to understand really the reality of what I am living here right now to try to make sense of how come nothing ever was working out. Because if I was believing in the wrong stuff, which I was, and now you know what, maybe some pieces fell on the floor and then you picked them up from the puzzle. And now, look at that, you found the piece that you were looking for because now you found it. So sometimes you got to search for the truth out there to find out, like, what to believe and what not to believe. What is the truth? You got to find out what is the truth. If you want to know the truth is in you. We all have it. It's all in our heart space. So that means you have a lot of work to do in your life. You can, if you're searching for answers, you can do what I do. I talk to God, the universe. But I don't believe in God. I don't believe in this stuff. Because you were told that, right? Well, try it. And I can't tell you what to do, but this is what I do, is that you can ask God, the universe, sincerely, say, universe, God, please help me. Whatever it is that you need to find out about, whatever it is that you're confused about, because if you're confused, and the Bible says that comes from the devil, being confused is not a good thing. So you don't want to be confused. If you're confused, that means the devil is at play. So if you're confused and you see everybody else doing this and that and things are working good with this person because of how they did things and this person is not doing so good, and then you're trying to figure out how did this person make it and these other people didn't make it, somebody's doing something wrong, right? You don't want to follow people that are not making it. You want to follow people that are making it. Say, hey, how did you make it? How did you get here? So you want to find people that are doing it, that are making it happen, and that's what I've been doing. I have a mentor, so you can check him out. Is at Infinite Waters, Ralph Smart. He taught me a lot of stuff, and besides that, like I was saying, is that you can check out my videos. Are you searching for guidance? Numbers are, I can't go too long on this because my video before this was really super long, is that you really do. You got to ask God, the universe, and you got to trust and believe. If you don't trust and believe, then nothing ever is going to happen. If you're like, oh, God, what, blah, 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 I don't really believe what I'm even asking for. I don't know why I'm asking, but I'm going to ask anyway. Well, then it's not going to really, you got to believe, sometimes you got to be a little desperate to, all right, I am desperate right now. I'm desperate in my life. I didn't believe in a God because my dad or mom told me that there was no God. he told me that we came from wherever, or she did, or whoever told you. I didn't believe in the Bible. I never wanted anything to do with the Bible because they told me that's all wrong and all this and that. Or, wherever you were educated. And, where you can test, and say, all right, I'm going to really be serious about this. I'm going to, put my beliefs aside for now. And I'm going to ask the universe, ask the universe whatever you want, but you got to be specific enough to ask the right kind of question and be, really thoughtful of the kind of question that you want to ask. You can ask the archangels to guide you, the archangels to guide you, and you got to check that video out. Are you searching for guidance? And that will really help you to get on your way, to find out what is real and what is not. Because if you don't have all the pieces, nothing's ever going to make any sense. You'll never be able to put your life together, because you don't have all the pieces to the puzzle. They're lost. You got missing pieces of the puzzles. And if you don't have all the pieces of the puzzle, you're never going to put the pieces together the right way. You can try to force them. So there's sometimes I thought I had a piece in a puzzle, and I'm like, it fits, but it didn't look right, even though, and it would never fit with the other pieces anyway, no matter, it kind of fit there, but then I noticed that there was little spaces in there, little cracks, that it didn't fully fit. It's kind of like my friend says also, there's sometimes, like with the Cinderella story, there's some people out there that they're trying to get the girl might be trying to get her foot into a shoe size. It's, her foot is too big for the shoe. It's the same thing, is that, you can't force it together. And that's how science does a lot of things. Or even detectives, I have to say, is sometimes people go to prison that are innocent and they didn't have all the facts and they were trying to make it look like that was the case. Science does the same stuff. They make it look like that. They're like, and they, they get people to believe in it, which it's not really, all of it didn't make 100% sense. 100% sense on that they needed more information, more evidence to stand up for that. There's something missing. They didn't really cover all the angles of that science thing or of that crime. That's how sometimes there's innocent people that get locked up for horrible stuff and they get a bad name. Their reputation goes down the hill because the detectives or however, all the pieces didn't quite fit. They, or pieces were missing. Things were missing and they couldn't really, but, they want to have an answer, to help people out to figure out what happened, how did it happen. So if you're trying to force pieces together, trying to make it fit, and then you're like, it doesn't make any sense, but I'm going to try to make this fit, then it's not the right piece. You don't have all the puzzles pieces to the puzzle. You're never going to make sense of why, your life keeps on going in circles. How come you keep on repeating stuff? Because you don't have your belief system. If your belief system's all messed up, everything else it's not gonna work right. So anyway, I do love you, and but you are stronger than you think. If you're going through some stuff, really, I got lots of different videos. You really want to check those out. Like I said, also Infinite Waters, Ralph Smart, man, if you really are looking for help, check him out. He's awesome. I put him on a lot of my videos. So, and that's how I am here today. So anyway, I do love all of you. This video is to help you to understand that, yeah, what doesn't kill you does make you stronger, but you gotta, figure out, you don't want to keep on going in circles, like the guinea pig in that little wheel, just get nowhere. So you got to break that cycle, and you got to figure out how to break that cycle. So yeah, I've been, everything just keeps on doing this over and over again. You see, you can work your butt off. I know what that's like. You know, so I have lots of different videos and so many things about how to protect your energy. That's also a good video. You know, all kinds of stuff. Even how to have a dream journal. You could check that video out. And that really will help you out also, is how God communicates with you. So you can get those missing pieces. You know, but you got to have the right kind of questions to ask the universe. And they will answer you one way or another. You have to be patient. And it will not come the way you think. You know, it's a really awesome and tripping. It is mind tripping when the universe starts communicating with you with numbers or angels or people, symbols, dreams, and all that stuff. So anyway, I do love you so much. Believe me, I do. I have a lot of love for all of you. I really am not about your outward appearance. I could care less what you look like. It's your soul. It's what, you know, like I want to help you, you know, like to help you and, you know, like to help you to have an easier life, or more fulfilling life, because nothing's easy. All of it, no matter what way you're doing it, it's going to be hard work. But anyway, I do love you, and you can give this video a thumbs up, you can share this video, you can subscribe, you can leave a message down below, and don't forget the notification bell. You can reach me, follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook at Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So this is my second video today, and I really hope you get a lot of help. And ooh, I do. I need a body massage. Anybody has a free one out there? So anyway, I do love all of you, and really, you gotta know what you believe is the right thing, or it's not the right thing. Anyway, I do love all of you. This is Starlight. Love and light. Peace.